Field in South Philly. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Arizona defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. This defense for the Cardinals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A beautiful fake. The 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Murray now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercado. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Play fake, Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Eagles nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. On the end around, here comes Smith. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5. Keep it moving.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Hurts completing this one quickly. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First down, Murray. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done. Finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. Come on. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
7-7, our score after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Murray to air it out again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pick at the 38.
You think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. The Eagles at 9-6 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. That one a first down pickup of 8. In motion left is Wilson. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Harris running straight ahead, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrase that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. Oh, that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Murray now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And he comes back with one complete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cards have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll begin by running the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On play action, it's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And Wilson with it, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. The give is to DiMercado. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Harris is in. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Cardinals 31, Eagles 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, Silver.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
This pass complete to Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here's Murray from midfield. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Play fake. Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Elijah Higgins from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Eagles 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's good for an Eagle.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go play action with Hurts. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And an Eagles first down.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Darian Beavers bringing him down for the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Going for the deep ball. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
First down, Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. A nice little juke. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cardinals 45, Eagles 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Running, DeMercado. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cardinals 52, Eagles 10. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
Another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hurts. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the connection to Moore. Into space at the 45. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Murray. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Murray to air it out again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw it, Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Murray now on 1st down. He'll get this to DiMercado. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
18-yard line.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Arizona, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly,